Hey everybody, it's Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend. But this week, I am on Wonder of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's brand new ship, and wanted to share with you one area I think they got really good on this ship, and that is the suite area. Now, it's going to have a coastal kitchen, it's going to have a suite lounge, and it's going to have a beautiful suite deck outside. This truly gives you that ship within a ship feeling. So if you're looking for a higher end, more luxurious cruise, you can stay in one of the suites that are up in the suite area, and you're going to feel like you have your own suite. As you see behind me, it's got a whole different look and feel. The carpet's upgraded. Everything is nicer when you get up to decks 17 and 18, where these are going to be located at. So let's give you a quick tour of what all the suite area has on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. All right, so walking up to deck 17, you'll see we've got a little bit of a drill going on with people in their positions, but you'll see that it opens up to the left and to the right. On the right-hand side, you're going to have access to your Crown Loft suites. We'll probably have a few of those announcements since they're doing the full drill today, but hopefully it'll be concluding soon. You will also see that for the suite lounge, only one side of the elevators is going to work. I haven't quite figured out yet how to call just that side of the elevators, but something that is good to know. One of the neat things with walking into this area is that it is normally secured. So you've got where you'll put your pass here, hold it there for about 3 seconds. If you do it too quick, it's not going to take, but you really want to sit it there and leave it for about 3 seconds. But oftentimes you'll find this door is probably wide open. So one thing that I'm not sure that I really like about the way they designed the suite deck is that to get to the coastal kitchen, to get to the suite lounge and the suite deck, you'll see in a second, you got to walk by these staterooms. So I feel bad more for the people that are in there. I don't know how loud the people are coming through here, and it's honestly probably not that terribly many people. But it's definitely something that, I think about when I walk through here is what's the noise like of people walking through here, just everybody walking by your cabin to get to the coastal kitchen and suite lounge. So you see outside of the coastal kitchen, as with all of the restaurants here, you're going to have the menu. So this is what they're going to be serving for lunch today. Walking in, you'll see that they've designed this extremely well. It is a beautiful space. Over on the right-hand side, you're going to have your coffee machine, which I know for me is one of my favorite perks here. But they're also going to have some food in the morning for lunch, and then for the afternoon hours or the happy hour time, they're going to have some items here that you can eat. Walking around, you'll see where the two concierges sit for the suite lounge guest. So there are two people there to assist you with anything that you should need on the ship. Good morning. This area also overlooks the sports deck. So if I walk you over here to where it is, one of the changes you'll notice is that from other suite lounges, it overlooks the pool deck. And here it's going to overlook the sports deck, which is a little bit different. I don't technically mind it. I think that it's still very well done. And it is a big section, so if you go over to the other side, you'll see people finishing their morning breakfast in the coastal kitchen area, which goes all the way back. The bar here is a little bit smaller than it has been on other ships, but I've never really found it to be well attended, if you will, so I don't mind it being smaller. And they do have a really cool light fixture up above, which I appreciate the way that they've decorated all of this. So now we'll head up to the actual suite deck upstairs and give you a tour of what that looks like. And you'll see that it's a little bit of walking to get there. You've got to walk all the way back to the front of this section, and then you can go upstairs and then walk all the way through past the hallway, past the guest rooms, back to the other exit, which is directly above Coastal Kitchen. So the first time I came up here, I wasn't really sure where the sports deck was or the suite deck was, because I was not paying attention to the sign, which says that it's clearly to the right here. You can go on either side, so I'm going to come to the left, simply because this is the direction I have come in the past. Again, you're going to be walking past a few of the staterooms to get here. Again, I don't know how many people are really walking in this hallway during the day. I'm sure that there is a few of them, but you'll see the suite deck does open up outside. All right, so I'm cutting back in here to go back to the suite deck and give you another tour. As you could see from the other video, the weather just was not cooperating the other day, and it is now a beautiful day in Coco Cay. So I wanted to come out here and show you this beautiful suite deck, or suite sun deck is the appropriate or official name for it. And it is one of my favorite features to this ship. So giving you the full tour, the first thing you'll see is you have some towels over here. They are free to take. You don't have to actually check those out. You're going to have a shower, so if you do want to shower out here or rinse some of the chlorine off, I think these are chlorinated pools. I don't believe that they are salt water. But you're going to start up here with a infinity hot tub. Well, I say it's infinity. It might not be infinity, but you've got a glass wall over there, which is really cool, which allows you to be able to see in and see people's legs in the pool, which is kind of weird, kind of awkward, I guess, but it's a nice touch. And you're going to have all these loungers or day beds here in the water. I don't necessarily know whose body these are designed for. I certainly don't fit in these very well. I can stay in them a little bit, but then start to get uncomfortable. The water level in here also changes. So when I was up here the other day, you see there's a few inches in the seat of these chairs. There was not that much there the other day. And I'll show you what I mean by you can see into the pool. So you can see right through it, which is actually kind of cool. I don't know if it's a design flaw or just the way this hot tub is set up, and it will bubble and come on. There's a button way over there on the other side of the rail you can see. But the water level does change in here when the ship is moving on a sea day. So it'll go like a foot and a half kind of wave that'll come through. And if you don't have good balance, it could knock you over. So just make sure that you're paying attention to how rocky the boat is that day and how much wave you're going to get in the hot tub. You're also going to have plenty of chairs out here. As always, make sure that you're getting out here early if you want something that's going to be in the sun. One side of the ship I found is sunny, one side is not, but the chairs will go quick. People reserve them and walk away. I don't personally recommend doing that, but if you're going to want to get one of these, you kind of have to play the game sometimes, especially if you want one of the nice bungalows over here. They are all first come, first serve, and they do go quick. These chairs in the middle section, if you just want somewhere to lounge around, these are really comfortable. Most of the pillows are kind of attached, so you do see them attached right there. That's number one, to keep them from blowing away. And I think sometimes they're sewn into the cushions to keep, us guests from stealing them, unfortunately. So that's always something we have to think about. So these are actually comfortable chairs. I've come up here and hung out a few times. And you're going to have the Suite Sun Deck bar here as well for all of your drinking needs. They serve all sorts of stuff, but it's a good spot that is open for you to come and grab some beverages. More lounge seats. If you want full-time shade, you're going to have some loungers right here in the middle. And then coming down here, you're going to see more of those bungalows. These are a huge size, so if you do feel like you need a little bit extra space to lay out, I highly recommend these. They are a very, very generous size. The restrooms are also located over here, so they are a single serve style restroom. They're probably locked at this point, but one thing that I will call out is on Wonder of the Seas, you're going to have everything is an automatic. So you would touch here or wave your hand in front of this, and the door's automatically going to pop open. So it is locked right now and not working, but wanted to just call that out for you. This is the other side of the ship where you're going to see more of those lounge chairs. You're also going to see the entrance on the opposite side, so you can access this from both the port and the starboard side. But there are plenty of chairs. Nice little overhang here that's going to give a little bit of shade too. This is probably the favorite spot if you want to be out of the way. All the way on the other side, there is this bungalow that is nicely tucked away that almost makes you feel like you're looking out over the water. That is one downside I have heard to the Suite Sun Deck. Not necessarily an issue for me, but it is that you're not overlooking the water anymore. However, you are overlooking the sports court and the Dunes golf course. So what that's going to mean is that you are going to have a little bit of noise coming in from down here. So they do have all sorts of activities, basketball games, pickleball. They've got all sorts of stuff going on down there, and you're going to hear that coming up to here. You may remember from my Crown Loft suite that that noise came into my room. That same problem is going to happen here because the Suite Sun Deck and the deck downstairs have taken the place of the Crown Loft Suites facing this direction. They are all now facing the water, which I think is a good trade-off. I think I'd rather hear the noise when I'm out here in the sun deck than in my personal cabin. So still a really great thing, but I love it out here. So that is the tour of the Coastal Kitchen, the Suite Lounge, and the Suite Sun Deck here on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. I think it is by far one of the best enhancements that they have made to the newest Oasis class ship that has come out. So I hope that you get a chance to come up here, enjoy. It is for Pinnacle members or people in one of these suites. So you do have to have certain status or privilege to come in here, but if you have the opportunity to, certainly check it out. Spend a little bit of time here. I promise you it's going to be worth it. All right, everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, hoping to see you on a weekend cruise soon.